Thank you. Yes, so, breasts. What was I going to say about breasts? Yes, I was in a movie with Uma Thurman, and she had two doubles. One was a balletic double, and the other was just a double, for the hell of it, when she was wandering off having a cigarette. And they kept taking these breasts in and out and saying, "Look." And so I said, "Can I have a pair?" But you see, when you're a transvestite, you're actually a male tomboy, running, jumping, climbing trees, putting on makeup while you're up there. I used to keep my makeup in a squirrel hole up the tree. The squirrel would keep nuts on one side and makeup on the other. But sometimes I would get up that tree, and that squirrel would be covered in makeup. What? He seemed to say. Fuck off. Well, there's something else I was going to say. I remember cooking with my mother. Well, she cooked. I would just adjust the straps on her stockings. Wearing a dress was always a thing for me. Veronica Vera, 35-year expert on cross-dressing, once said, "For every woman who burned their bra, there was a man burning to wear one." In fact, 10% of men cross-dress, and 90% of them are straight. The Daily Mail, June 17, 2016, reports that while society gradually shifts towards acceptance, cross-dressers still hide, out of fear of judgment and critiques for promoting gender stereotypes. Beyond acceptance, we must recognize that if men wish to emulate traditional female gender roles, that it's a reminder that there is something powerful in being feminine. Force Majeure, Glorious, and Believe, the Eddie Izzard story, by Eddie Izzard. When I was 7, I saw this kid act, getting a lot of reaction off the audience, and I thought, I want to do that. One teacher asked, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" "Transvestite comedian, sir. Hopefully Broadway." But at first I was relegated to the school orchestra, third clarinet. Well, you see, first clarinets get to play melody, and second clarinets get to play harmony, and the third clarinets get to play the notes that are left over. And I didn't seem quite right for drama. I'd lost all my confidence in puberty. Well, you know, the only thing my mum ever got to see me do, she made this raven outfit. There's a picture. Only she was too ill to see me perform. You know, I don't remember being terribly interested in playing a raven. I did get a laugh. I didn't mean to. But after that, Mum was dead. Cancer. And we cried for a long time. You know, I don't remember wanting to perform before Mum died, but after I was desperate to be in things. I remember auditioning for the Shaw Theatre, and I really wanted to knock 'em out, but somehow confidence and memory are not allowed in the same body. So I got up there and I said, "The sun!" The sun. And he said, "Right, you're crap." But no, he didn't say that. He said, "Well, I'll let you. I won't even bother letting you know." After that, I tried street performing, which is the hardest thing. You're performing to people who don't want to watch you. At my best, it was crazy, and at my worst, it was shit. But I was developing this thing with the audience, so I left for theaters around London, and I sold out. Then I thought, I'm a rather pig-headed person, stubborn, quite thick-skinned. Maybe I do gigs in my dress. But you see, if you're an ethnic minority, you can talk about racism, but for me, white, male, middle class, there's no angles. I can't just go up there and say, "When I was growing up, I had it all right, I guess." The only thing going for me was, thank God I'm a transvestite, huh? But my career was taking off, and I could blow it by wearing a dress. You see, society makes people fear and feel ashamed, so it seemed foolish to come out. But then I thought that I should. It's truthful. People can see that it's difficult. This is me. This is Eddie. But, as a bloke who wears makeup whenever I want, as is my inalienable right as a citizen, people do shout at me. And I used to think, oh, you're right. I must be a bastard. But now, I get angry. I stick up for myself. Which is stupid. Because I don't know how to fight. So, one time this guy's going, ooh, Tracy. And so I'm going, my name is not Tracy. And then he went for me, and I'm blocking, and I'm doing quite well. But he had 4 friends, and they beat the crap out of me. Then I took them to court, and I won 100 quid. Their line of defense was that I started it. Like a bloke puts on makeup and looks for a fight. So, I finally wore my dress on stage, and the journalist said, right, so you're a transvestite, but you look a mess. Right, well, I've only got a few dresses, so why don't you fuck off? My brain was hip, but I don't think my look was quite yet visually hip. The show did run for 3 months. That was a surprise. But, well, you see, I've worked out how to kill fear, because it can just take over your mind and paralyze you, but I found the one emotion that can conquer fear, and I found this out by accident. The only emotion that can conquer fear is boredom. Well, think about it. You can't be scared and bored. In the rock, paper, scissors of life, boredom conquers fear, fear causes diarrhea, and diarrhea puts the excitement right back into boredom. In reality, I've always looked at fear in a big way. I go towards things that scare me now. Not everything. Jumping off a cliff onto a spike scares me. Don't do that. But if fear gets in the way, you push fear back. It's like before my mum died. Well, she wrote this letter. I'm carrying on as usual for the sake of Eddie. I'm still a bit shaky, but I'm in good shape really, and I intend not to let this get me down. I want to see Eddie settled in at school, making friends, and our home comfortable for him. I just want to carry on as normally as possible. I just thought she was ill. You get ill, you get better, but then one day she just wasn't there. You know, I think that performing was about trying to get the love of the audience as a swap for my mum's love not being there. The only thing she ever saw me do was a raven. I used to adjust the straps on her stockings, and then one day, dead. The big problem is that everything I do in life, I'm just trying to get her back. It's like I think if I do enough things, maybe she'll come back. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'm really doing.